Mezco does Conan. Hasbro reveals more Black Widow Marvel Legend figures. McFarlane Toys heads to Arkham with their DC Multiverse line. And Mattel hits the ring with tons of new WWE figures. All that and more in today's news video. So let's jump into it. You action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here with another TNI News video. I've got a lot to cover today, but before we hop into the news, I just want to once again remind you guys, if you haven't already, please consider signing up for the new TNI Newsletter, where we send the news headlines to you instead of you having to go to them. It's really easy. It just takes seconds. I have a link in the video description of where you go to sign up for it. And if at any point you decide you don't want to get it anymore, then you can just hit the unsubscribe button and you will not receive the newsletter anymore. But again, it's just a great way to keep up with all the latest happenings. And there's definitely going to be a lot of news. There's already been a lot of news just in the past several weeks. And as we head into Toy Fair next month, you can definitely expect that to ramp up. Okay, and speaking of news, again, we've got a lot to cover today, and we're going to start things off on the Hot Toys front, and I just wanted to share with you some new official images for the upcoming John Wick figure based on the second movie. Now, this figure is currently available for pre-order at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store, and this figure, it features John wearing his nice suit, and he does have a scrape on his face there. You can see with the head sculpt, but it looks pretty good. And then it comes with a ton of accessories. So you're going to get 2 pistols with removable magazines. You're going to get a pistol with removable magazine that can be placed in the pistol case. You're going to get a pistol and silencer with removable magazine, 2 shotguns, a rifle with detachable strips, a knife, 2 blood oath makers, one that's regular and then one with the blood fingerprint on it, 3 stacks of gold coins, 5 pieces of gold coins, so you get the stacks and then the individual pieces, a pistol case, a pencil, of course, and then the figure stand like we always see with the Hot Toys figures. And again, that figure is available for pre-order now. And while we're on the subject of pre-orders, in my last news video, I had said, when I was talking about the Storm Collectibles Raiden figure, I said it was up for pre-order. I was mistaken. It had not yet been put up for pre-order. But now, as you're watching this video, that figure is available for pre-order at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. For you 4-inch collectors out there, Boss Fight Studio has released this teaser image for their upcoming Flash Gordon figure. This is celebrating Flash Gordon's 40th anniversary. And you can see, basically, this shows us some unpainted prototypes of the head sculpt. And looking pretty good. I do suspect we will see more of this figure on display at Toy Fair next month. If you need to mark it on your calendar, Toy Fair coverage kicks off on February 22nd, which is actually a Saturday. For you fans of The Dark Knight, Soap Studio has released official images for another one of their Dark Knight Trilogy 6-inch action figures. So these, they have the cloth outfits and everything very similar to the Mezco 112 Collective figures. And Soap Studio is chalking this one with quite a few accessories. Now, you just get the one head sculpt, but you do get multiple pairs of the goggles, which are interchangeable. You get a handgun, you get the EMP rifle that you see or use in the movie, you get multiple pairs of hands, you get a backdrop and a figure stand, and then they're also including with these figures special anniversary pins. And the Catwoman figure is slated with a June 2020 release date. Mezco Toys just today released official images and details for their upcoming 112 Collective Conan the Barbarian figure. Now, we'd seen this figure on display at some of the conventions. It is currently now available for pre-order at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. And the figure, while detailed, is also going to include a ton of accessories. So you're going to get a crossbody axe harness as well as the axe. You're going to get a removable necklace, a removable cape, 2 interchangeable loincloths, a belt with hooks on it, his mid-calf boots. You're going to get 2 different swords, one of which is his broadsword. You're going to get and each of the swords is going to have a sheath that you can put the swords in. You're going to get a dagger with a removable sheath. You're going to, as I mentioned, get the battle axe, which fits into the harness. You're going to get a shield. And then, of course, you're going to get multiple pairs of hands and the display base like we always see with the Mezco figures. Now, like I said, this figure is now available for pre-order. It's going to cost you about $90, but if you're a big fan of Conan, this is probably one you are going to want to check out. For you wrestling fans, Mattel has released a ton of new images for new WWE figures. So they've broken these down into their various different series that they do for the WWE. So for the basic series, which is going to be series number 105, they're going to be releasing a new John Cena that looks like a very young John Cena. Lars Sullivan, not too familiar with that one. Paige, Roman Reigns, Ronda Rousey, and then there's also going to be a chase version of her released in this wave as well. Then for the WWE Battle Pack series, for Series 63, we're going to be getting AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan. We're going to get Big E and Xavier Woods, Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley, Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. And then for Series 64, they revealed Alita and Trish Stratus 2-pack, which I'm pretty excited for. I always liked Trish. She was one of my favorite female wrestlers back when I used to actually watch wrestling. And then also the Usos brothers, I think that's how you pronounce their names. They're one I'm not too familiar with. Then for the WWE Elite Collection 2-pack, they're doing Rey Mysterio and Samoa Joe, which is pretty cool. And then for the Elite Collection Series 75, look for Billy Kay, Jeff Hardy, Kalisto, Mandy Rose, Pete Dunne, Seth Rollins, and the Hurricane. That's probably one of the coolest reveals here is the Hurricane figure. Hurricane Helms was a pretty cool, I always liked that gimmick back in the day. He'd come out and he'd kind of like run around the ring and swirl around like a hurricane. So that one's definitely a cool one. And then for the WWE Elite Collection, they're calling the Elite Collection WWE Network Spotlight. We're getting a new Kurt Angle figure, Ricochet, Wendy Richter, I believe is how you pronounce her name. She's actually an old school wrestler. And then Woken, Matt Hardy. And then finally, for their Ultimate series of figures, we're getting new looks at the Shawn Michaels and Brock Lesnar figures. Okay, and then if you want to get a better look at all these figures, Mattel's released over 160 images for them, which we have up on Toy News International. So I'm going to put a link to that story if you want to check all these out in more detail. For you McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse fans, we've got some more details on upcoming figures in the line. Now, these are not 100% confirmed, but they are listings that have shown up on the Walmart website. So the first one is listing an Arkham Asylum video game Joker figure. So I assume it's going to be based on the first Arkham game. And, you know, DC Collectibles did a ton of the Arkham video game figures, all pretty nice. And even the later ones actually had pretty good articulation. But it'll definitely be interesting to see what McFarlane does. And not really surprising that they're doing Arkham video game figures. But it looks like they're going to be starting things off with the Joker. I don't know if this is part of like the second wave. Only two other figures have shown up, listings for two other unknown figures that we hadn't heard of before. And both of those are Wonder Woman. So the first one is just listed as Wonder Woman. And then the second one is listed as Wonder Woman Gold Edition. So I don't know if that's some kind of special variant figure, but I'm guessing more likely that might be referring to Wonder Woman from the upcoming movie. You know, we've seen images where she's wearing this all gold type outfit. Both figures, in fact, could be movie based. I don't know entirely. All I have is just what was listed on the Walmart website. Hopefully we'll get more details on these as we get closer to Toy Fair next month. Okay, and then finally I've got a couple bits of Marvel Legend news to share with you guys. So first of all, this one is, well, it's not so much a rumor, but I don't have full details on it. So I've been notified by a source that this listing has shown up in computer systems of a new X-Men wave, which is slated for release in early May. Now, the thing about this is because the names of the figures that are listed for this wave are obviously not the real names of the characters, it's hard to tell exactly what these are describing. Most likely, this just may be the Age of Apocalypse wave that we know all of the figures, you know, we know what all the figures are going to be except for the Build-A-Figure. The only thing about that is I was expecting that wave to see a release much earlier than May. You know, I was thinking more late February or March. So, but again, I've done some additional checking and indications are at least that this is probably just going to be the Age of Apocalypse wave. But the figures that are listed in this wave are Clairvoyant, Diviner, Mystic, Necromancer, Seer, Witch, and Wizard. So like I said, not very descriptive names, hard to tell, what these could be. Again, indications I've been told are likely this is just going to be the Age of Apocalypse wave, but it could be something different. It could be something we haven't heard of. It could also even be the X-Force wave, but I'm guessing more likely it's going to be the Age of Apocalypse wave. So if that's the case, then my guess is we definitely won't find out what the Build-A-Figure is until Toy Fair next month, if this wave in fact isn't going to be released until May. As I get more details on it or anything, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Okay, and then finally, I have some reveals, some new Marvel Legend reveals to share with you guys. These come from Hasbro, and they've been officially confirmed as store exclusives. Both are Black Widow figures, comic book-based Black Widow figures. The one here with the white suit and the long hair is going to be a Target store exclusive, comes in the white box packaging. Pretty cool weapons that are included with this one. You get a rifle with a scope on it. You get the pistol with the silencer on it. And you get a second pistol as well. And then also included with this one are some smoke effect pieces that you can attach to her widow stings on her wrists. And then some shooting effects that you can attach to the pistols. So overall, pretty cool there. And then the second one is probably my favorite of the two, and that is Natasha with a more classic look, wearing the gray suit. She's got the leather jacket, which was very big back in the 90s. She's got the short red hair, and she's even including a jetpack that she can wear. Now this one is a Walmart exclusive and comes in a gray box. So, and then also other accessories included with this one are an alternate pair of open hands. And then again, smoke effects that you can attach to her widow stings, and then blast effects like we saw with that movie figure I talked about in the last news video, the white outfit movie figure. We're getting the same kind of blast effects that you can put on her widow stings, and then some additional blast effects as well. So overall, pretty cool. And again, this is probably my favorite of the two, at least based on these images. I like this overall look for her with the big collar and everything. Now, both of these figures are being released as regular figures, meaning they're only going to cost $20 each. And according to Hasbro, both of these figures will be up and available for pre-order on the store's respective websites, Walmart and Target, and sometime tomorrow, which is January 23rd. I don't have an exact time of when they're going to be listed, but again, according to Hasbro, these should be available for pre-order on both of the websites sometime tomorrow. Okay, and that's it for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about. Let me know in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, please consider signing up for that TNI newsletter. I have a link to the sign up page in the video description below. It's quick and easy, and I think it'll help you just keep track of all the news coming as we get close to Toy Fair. And, as always, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.
Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.